everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Planet Coaster. After a lot of, I'm not necessarily running the most efficient theme park on planet Earth, I think we've kind of reached a great point. We're making money. In fact, we're making a lot of money, at least relative to where we were recently in the game. So, let's do a quick look at our financials before I commit to building another coaster immediately here, but people are loving the park. Not 100% stoked about the vomit, which I think is a, very realistic concern to have. For now, I'm going to be a lazy man, and I'm just going to throw more janitors at the problem. Wait, is that sick? No, that's trash. Well, that's just, honestly, that just says a lot about the way society is these days, unfortunately. So, you just can't throw your trash in the bathroom garbage, right? You gotta freaking just leave it on the floor wherever it sits. There you go. There's some trash cans. We actually probably should place, like, a lot more of them around here, because I haven't been doing a fantastic job about, staying diligent there. You shouldn't be throwing up when you get off of Lara Croft's hang glider. Like, I'm starting to think that the water supply is poisoned or something here. Well, you know what? This is a riveting start to this video. It's just throwing trash cans down everywhere, but honestly, this is something I should have done earlier, so that's on me. How's the Forge doing? I mean, honestly, so far the queue seems to be doing okay. And, truth be told, I really look at my priority pass seller, and I go, you know what? Class Warfare Armory is making $200 a month. I'm into that. As long as the queue's doing well, people are lining up for priority passes, I'm happy. This is going to be the episode, though, in which we're going to make our first custom coaster. At least our first one live on video here. And we're going to make a kind of coaster we've never had before, the American Arrow. And we're going to try to build one. This could be a little finicky. I'm just going to tell you that right off the bat. This could be a little finicky. But we want to make a coaster. It doesn't have to be too intense, but we want it to have two inversions. And I want to build it out this way, like almost the same way we built Grendel, aka Grundle here. Well, I didn't build this one, but you get the idea. We want to build it out this way to make good use of, like, the pathing that we've already built here. Or we could build it, like, straight out the same way this one comes in. Or I guess if we wanted to be, like, real cool, we could build it so it goes, like, over top of the lunch loser, and then maybe it comes down in underneath it. I'm kind of attached to that idea. That leaves us a lot of open space over here, but it kind of inhibits our building here, but I think we could make it happen. So let's just start with a... Oh, but then I have to get on and get off there. I think this is okay. Okay, let's try it like this. So I'm going to start, like, right here. I do kind of want to build the... Am I paused? Yes, okay. I do kind of want to build it a little longer. Like, right now you can see how many people can we fit on this ride. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So we can fit 20 people on the ride. If I build another station, that's 24. You can see, like, the more people the more cars we build here, the more people we can accommodate, which is expensive, but also makes it more efficient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 36 people on this ride now, which I think is good. And then we just go, hold up. Done. Move. And we're just going to move it back a little bit. Because we need space to get over this chain lift, basically. And we can... maybe we do want to do it like this. I don't know. Sure, I'll tell you what. Let's do it like this. This gives us a lot of room to get our queue set up properly as well. A little less cool on the staging, but probably a little easier to get going in the first place. No, wait, it's not ready to open. Come on here, edit track. Okay, so I think this is a reasonable mix of cost and efficiency, and we still got $5 grand with which to build the rest of the coaster, and we can always take out $6 grand in loans to get this happening. So what's my central theory of this coaster? It has to have two inversions. That's all. That's all I care about, two inversions. I do very often tend to fall into the trap of just building a really high lift hill, a slope downwards, and then, the elements that I need, and then just go back to base. So I'm going to try to make it more interesting than that, but no promises to begin with. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. Let's make it more interesting. This thing right here. Oh, sorry, I mean this platinum shit right here. We're doing it all the time, so you better get some better beats in. Get some better rhymes. Why don't we start the ride a little high? It won't let us. It will let us. Holy fuck, that's way too high, boys. That ain't right. Whatever. You know what? I make weird rides. Just a little lower might be sensible, though, just so we can build this queue effectively. Okay, let's try it like that. How high do we need to get that queue? I mean, it needs to be high, but it could be better. Okay, so let's edit the track now. And now I'm thinking, let's be weird about it. Let's make like a bad, but awesomely bad roller coaster. So no, we're not even starting with a chain lift. This is a roller coaster that because you walked up to it, it actually starts with a drop. And it's a stupid drop like that, but then you get to throw on like a little, that's far too large. We get to throw on like a little inversion right off the bat. You actually can custom make your inversions, by the way, just by using like standard track, for example. But I think at least. Yeah, there we go. So we could make our own little loop here, which is actually, well, that's probably gonna kill them all. Because the track is so long. Yeah, there's no way this works. Okay, let's start our test and run it on speed 0. I'm pretty sure, first off, the thing's just gonna fly apart, but the cars may actually break in half when they come down here. Yeah, okay, so maybe not my finest moment. By the way, I apologize for the framiness, but it's the game. Maybe on a reload it'll look a little better, but okay, so this idea is stupid. Is a terrible idea. But we can start with okay, like a lift hill, fair enough. There we go. Still start with the lift hill, but recognize that we have an advantage because people already walked up a few meters here. So we are gonna have them, climb reasonably high. We don't quite. This doesn't need to be as intense as the lunch loser because it's a little bit more based around spins. We're gonna run tests by the way constantly here, despite the fact that it's gonna be a little framey. And the idea is I really want to see how tall it is at its highest point, and how fast it is, and then we can iterate on it on the fly as we go through this. So, oh. Well, they're not really in love with it right now. That's okay. So we're gonna have it come over a little top here, and then give it just a small little pre-drop. Keep running the test. So just a little something like that. Level ya off, and then we're gonna go into the major drop. And this is actually something I basically stole off of a YouTube tutorial that I saw. And unfortunately, I don't remember the gentleman's name who did it, but his video was called Planet Coaster Basics, and I've been using some of the tips in that. If somebody in the comments could do my job for me and give him some credit, that would be awesome. So we're gonna throw this down to the bottom here, and okay, so now we've done our drop. I think we're just gonna let it go straight for a minute, and then we're gonna throw in our first loop. And I'm just gonna use ones that the game does. So let's just do like a simple vertical loop. There you go. And we can actually make that much larger. The tip that I saw was try to make it like a few units smaller than your actual drop. So we just wanna make sure that this can actually make it through. We have to place it first. The struts look hideous, but as long as it gets the job done, that's the only thing I care about. The other thing we gotta worry about is that how the hell are we gonna make this thing actually get back to the starting point? Like, we're gonna have to lift it up even higher again and then have it drop back down. Or maybe, if we play our cards right, we might be able to have momentum handle this, but please. You know what? Frame rate smoothed out a little bit there after I closed some of the on-screen elements. Okay, yeah, it totally makes it through before obviously crashing. And now let's demonstrate that I've learned something. We obviously have to do a turn. Let's bank our turn. We're just gonna start with a 23 degree bank. Then we're gonna go into a 45 degree bank. Like so. And then we're going to turn the track. And we want to keep the turns pretty gentle. And I would say this is relatively gentle. Obviously, the fear element, like, really cranks up when the track is gone and they fall to their deaths. But, like, apart from that, I think this is okay. Honestly, I need to go back a little bit here. There's a lot of, like, you know, there's debugging that needs to be done as you come through these, you know? You don't want to just go with what feels right off the bat. Let's look at our live data for the coaster. So it's coming down. Fear's fine. Nausea does it gets to 6. That's honestly not that bad. It gets into the 7s when it goes through that corner. So we're gonna do smoothing there, which should actually help out a lot. Let's just try, basically, I don't want to seem like a terrible person, but I'd like to build this as cheaply as possible. And I want it to be as short as possible so it continues to make us money so that we can make, you know, more coasters in the future. So let's have this continue to climb up here. And we probably won't be able to get that high up here. We made $5 grand this month. That is crazy talk. And we'll just have it to go into another bend. I just want to see, how's the nausea? It does get into like 7s or 8s. So it's probably a good thing to maybe smooth out that corner right now and just see how that works out. Because a nausea of 8, that's not going to make anybody happy. So let's see. Now it comes down. I'd like for the nausea to stay below 6 at all times, because the whole park is already, like, infested with vomit on a regular basis. Park balance bonus 19. Dang it. Alright, how they liking the American Dream? The loop is elegant. I love it. It barely makes it. They pick up a little speed. They come around this. It still gets into the 7s. What if we just let him sit at a height for a minute here? You know, they come up. They get up to this point. We let him sort of ride it out at this height with a very, very slow descent. Just so that they can bleed off a little bit of nausea without me having to actually buy brakes, which are very expensive. And then they drop you. And I'd like you to just do like one more cheap inversion here. Can we make that Sidewinder like smaller here? Does that count as an inversion? I mean, it does say loops. Like, that is cool to me. As long as it counts as an inversion, I'm a happy man. Let's just, again, I want to follow the live data. It's like running a program, you know? Every time you put something down, you want to test whether or not you've ruined the very thing that made your program beautiful in the first place. I'll be the first to tell you, this roller coaster kind of sucks, but it could be worse. You see that excitement rating? That excitement rating was thrilling. They come through the corner. Nausea does get up there. It goes into the 8s for sure. Yeah, you go through the Sidewinder, you're hitting 11s. Well, tell you what, we gotta delete some elements of this coaster right now. Good to know, good to know. I have been using some of the, like the pre-made turns can actually be pretty helpful. Like, doing a half helix up to the right, like that. Not necessarily the most exciting element, but if it's better for nausea, like that's the only thing that matters, right? So what's the nausea hidden here? Oh, it's like way worse. Okay. Well, you know, you got a lot of space in these theme parks. Maybe instead of just going immediately into a roll here, we'd actually rather just like, what are you on, 23? No, be on 0. Maybe we'd rather just go straight for a while. Nausea, you know, it takes a little while to build up. Or, it builds up really quickly, and then it takes a while to burn off. So let's see, we go through this loop, and people are like, I'm at a 5, I'm a 6, I'm losing my lunch. just like the lunch loser. And then they bleed it off to like almost 0 there. That looks great to me. All right. The lunch loser has broken down. All right. Everyone, get ready to potentially lose your jobs, because the lunch loser is a pretty integral part of this business. There you go. 45-degree bend, long piece of track, and just like, honestly, an embarrassingly wide turn. How do you feel about this? Look at that. We straightened you out here. We've even got, you know, room for more elements in the future. The problem with this is that it also bleeds off excitement pretty quickly. Although, you know what? They like the excitement in that turn before they all die. So we'll place that down. Here we go. Okay. So now we can continue with kind of what I was suggesting earlier. So get the bend of the track back. Seems fine. Straight ahead. All right. Now, what was the plan for this next part? We were going to give them a little over and out. So they'll go up like this, and really at this point we just want to see if it's even conceivable that they can make that height. So try something like this. And really all I'm testing here is to see if they have the momentum to get to that height. And I'll be honest with you, I think the answer is probably no. Ooh, baby! No, okay, it's got to be a little bit shorter. That's fine. So we can place that, but we can like shorten this piece and make it go like that. Alright, that should be makeable then. The lunch loser has been fixed. We lost like 3 grand while the lunch loser was out of commission, which is horrible because we were using that money to build the coaster, but sure. Alright, look at that. We got like a nice little mountain peak there. And I'll be the first to tell you, simple coaster. Where's our Sidewinder loop? I don't know if we want to go left or we want to go right, but I think it doesn't matter too much. Where's our test here? I just want to make sure it counts as an inversion. We're making money now that the lunch loser is active again, which I really appreciate because, you know, were it not for that, our park would be in financial destitution. Excitement is high. Wow, they get like super slow over that. Ooh, okay. I understand. Yeah, that's how we want that to go. No. Okay. Here, bag this up. This has got to be a little. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. What you're showing me there, it doesn't make sense. That is hideous. I'm ashamed of myself, but also bizarrely kind of titillated. How about now? It's horrendous, but maybe that's what we need at this time in our lives. Well, I don't really want to lower it. It's more like I want to shrink it. There we go. Okay, if that doesn't count as an inversion, I'm be disappointed. Where's our car? Almost at the top. I mean, we have spent a lot of time building this, but I mean, this is the lifeblood of the game, you know? It's also the lifeblood of our park. If this roller coaster does not function and its ratings are in like a bad place, that's not going to be good for us. Nausea does get to a 6, but honestly, if it gets to a 6 and then bleeds it off, that's fine. It's not the world's fastest roller coaster, that's for darn sure, but I love that the bank turn is like exciting for people. Nausea's fine there, too. And it doesn't look like it gets that bad on the Sidewinder, honestly. So, I almost think that at this point, you know, I've placed our elements. Just auto-complete the coaster. And that costs us like another grand or something, but if it works, and I'm content with it. It's not the best roller coaster I've ever built. There we go. It's not the best roller coaster I've ever built, but if it functions, dude, and people actually like it, like if the ratings are okay, then I'm happy with it. And to be honest with you, we've already got 1 lunch loser. You don't need 2 lunch losers. We can have 1 lunch loser and then 1 Toblerone. It's Torbjorn. Okay. Look, we got a little pre-drop here. Oh, it's a little baby coaster. It's a coaster for babies. Or is it? Actually, like, still is. But look at that excitement got up to, like, 9 there. Sure, then we throw up a little bit. Admittedly, that bank turn was more exciting than I originally gave it credit. We go up this way. Oh, my God. It just shakes you, rattles your dang bones, dude. Go over the Sidewinder. Nausea's not bad. And momentum gently takes us back into the station. Let's look at our stats. That's not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. 4-3-1. Okay, it's not as exciting as I'd like, admittedly. But it generates almost no nausea. It lasts a minute. Let's look at excitement. So there's huge portions of our ride here that have just no excitement whatsoever. Is there not like, hold up a second. What if we make like, I just want to test something. Because, I mean, these pieces are extremely cheap. If stuff like this just makes our coaster that much more exciting, then I'm happier. So we wanted to look at our heat maps on the testing menu. I don't know if that helps very much, but it kind of is more interesting, I suppose, while you're riding it. In particular, the final part of the ride is, like, horribly not interesting. I thought it said Tony Hawk's penthouse has been broken into, and I was very displeased. There's also some other stuff we can do, like, I believe you can change the, you can change the speed of the lift hill, if I remember correctly. Excitement is still really bad. Well, I'll tell you what, before we open it, we really should be happy with the track. And I would just be happier if we added maybe like one more quick element in, even at kind of like high cost to ourselves. If we added one more element in that just cranked up excitement a little bit. Even if that just ends up being, you know, you come through the Sidewinder and you have another weird loop. Which, I mean, this is probably not the right choice, but what are you doing? I don't even know. This seems non-functional to me. Let's Sidewinder left. Can you go through 2 Sidewinders if one of them is small enough? We already have the smallest Sidewinder you can possibly get. Are we still making money, by the way, while I'm farting around here? How do we do that month? $3,000? I can live with it. Hey, smaller rides here. Smaller rides. What about a roll? Yeah, just throw in a roll. It's got to be a little, you know, higher than that or we're all going to die, but... okay, similar problem. What about a cutback? I don't really know what a cutback is, but I'll accept it. And, you know, if you think that this roller coaster looks terrible, honestly, I sympathize with you. I do. All I'm going to say is that, you know, it's a long road. Rome wasn't built in a day. Hopefully this doesn't amp up nausea too bad. Assuming it doesn't, let's look at live data. And assuming that it helps maintain excitement a little better. I don't know if we have somebody like shooting fire at them on that side or something. Because they really, like, that part of the ride is boring, I'll admit. But then you go over this, you briefly get like a great thrill. Did I love the Sidewinder? They're okay with it. It's reasonably exciting. Ooh, yeah, they are into the Outback Steakhouse there at the end. And I don't think that amped up nausea too badly. So what if we threw in, you know, we've already got one of those. What if we threw in just another one quickly? So that was a cutback or something, or I don't know. A heartline roll. It doesn't matter. Is the true trick of the thing here. Kind of just farting my way around here trying to figure out, you know, what the next element that makes sense for us is. There's no way they make it over that. Well, you know what? Let's let them fail me. I'm not going to fail myself. You have to fail me. We're going to throw in that last little hill there. And if that works, fantastic. Maybe we've got an interesting ride. I don't know. It's becoming a little bit of a spaghetti. It's like Spaghetti Island 2.0 here. We just want to make it more exciting so people are happy to ride it. Oh, the nausea gets a little higher. They do make it over. And you know what? Now autocomplete for me. There's no way that's gonna work. Okay, speed up, speed up. I have like $1,000 says that this ride does not make it to the end. But let's see. They do get very nauseous in that section. It totally makes it. Nausea's higher, but so is everything. Fear and excitement are a little higher. I think I'm going to accept that this is actually the right way to do this. We need to test the ride, sure. This is not called the American Arrow. This is called JSmithOTI's Commute. You ride this, it's $12. All the Primo rides in the park are $12. I'm sorry to tell you that. That's what it has to be that way. It's the only way we can make money. Oh, we'll just get on the I-5 here, and oh, God. Oh, traffic's pretty bad on the I-5. Watch out, coming out of Pittsburgh. Ah! All right, almost made me want to vom. That's okay, look at that, that's pretty cool. Except for the fact that we, like, really slow down. I don't know what that sound was, but it was frightening. This is the part where you lose your lunch, because you go over, like, an actual... like just a straight up V. I can't believe, you know, thanks Isaac Newton for allowing us to like retain our momentum through this section. That's another vomit inducing section. And then here you're like, please just let me off. It's that's a torturous final element. It very slowly twists you and drops you. It's like a Guantanamo Bay torture technique, but okay, sure. You know what? I'm happy with it. Crank it. Oh, well, we do need to, you know, place an entrance, I suppose. That seems to be important. Entrance. Exits. Alright. Now, connect entrance to path. I'm not gonna lie, that might be the trickiest part of the whole endeavor here. So just get it started. The other thing is, I want to have a sensible priority pass, because I think the roller coasters are really where the priority passes make their money. So we want to kind of hit like a flat section. Oh God, as soon as possible. Hold up, build straight, please. And we do actually, we need to come up just a little bit more. That seems like it might be right. At least this is at the point where it can auto-complete. Then it comes into the final station. Oh, this is like way too low. You got me? Obstructed. We probably need to start the climb a little earlier here. There we go. Okay. The ride is open. We've built a coaster. That was our whole point. I totally forgot. We've built a coaster with 2 inversions, so we got some of our money back, which is awesome. Now we just need to make sure people actually go to this ride. And if they threw up like as little as possible, that would be awesome as well. I don't know. As far as coasters go, it's not great, but it seems okay. And I throw all my coasters up into the Steam Workshop because it does not bother me. If you want to put your park in my hands, by all means, dude. By all means. Let me just see, though, if I can actually get a priority pass working here. So operations, enable priority pass. I forgot. Oh, that's our timer. Man, this episode went by fast. Because I didn't do anything. You're not going to skip a whole lot. You're just going to skip the staircase. Well, you're going to skip 2 staircases if I can make it happen. Really? Like, I can put it here. I cannot put it up here, though. Okay, well, you're going to skip 1 staircase. And hopefully, I mean, the priority passes are only 10 bucks, you know? If you wanted to engage in some class warfare, you should have gone for them when they were 15 bucks. Then you'd be better off, but no, everybody wanted cheaper priority passes, so now everybody's got a priority pass. I will not end this episode until I see if some people actually want to get on this ride. I understand, Tomo. It's a hard life. Give me a moment, okay? Now, this is a good time to ask for some more feedback as well. Do you like the coaster aspect? Do you like the management aspect? Because we certainly saw a lot more of the coaster building aspect. It took us like the whole episode to make JSmithOTI's Commute. I stand by that. You know, I had a good time doing so, but that might be something that not everybody's interested in. So let me know in the comments, and we'll figure it out together. Because it is a game that has, you know, two disparate elements here. Well, not disparate, but two different elements. We're making money in the process here, so I'm happy about that. Our park balance bonus has not changed at all. I want to see how people feel about this ride when they get off. And you know what? Before we finish this, because this might be the last Planet Coaster episode I record today, which people who are would prefer that I had a smaller backlog are like, thank God. But we should put down. Ooh, what park balance? Oh, monthly profit. Wow, we're killing it in that department at least. But put down some garbage cans. You know, that's you always forget about the garbage cans until it's too late. And then on top of the garbage cans, I do think that we should probably throw in another restroom, like right here. Just because when people get off this ride, some of them are going to be a little bit displeased. The nausea rating was not bad, but it could be better. Just want to see if, like, again, camera, sometimes a concern. Just want to see if maybe we could have it on this thing. Just, you know, on the skywalk. You'll be throwing up under the skywalk. Skywalk. Alright. So this one, because this is powered by secret hovercraft technology, this is Obi-Wan Toiletti. Alright, how do people feel about this ride when they get off? I gotta know. By the way, I know the lunch loser just broke down. I'm losing my mind. Lots of room to walk about. I barely queued for J. Smith's Commute. J. Smith's Commute is really good value. J. Smith's Commute is very good value. There's not much to see queuing at J. Smith's Commute. You know, what did you miss? Obi-Wan Toiletti? And I'll just use the same old elements I always do. Oh, you know what? I don't think we have a UFO yet, so let's put a dang old UFO like right here. How do you like me now? 43%, a little better. And then like a little bit more spacey stuff, like you know, our 18th dog bot. What can I say? You know, it's a versatile attraction. People love the dog bot. 88% Q. It's perfect. It's Back to the Future themed. We're making seemingly quite a lot of money. Do I need to point out to you, we have a park balance over 20 right now, and all of our challenges have been cleared. I'm gonna do what I always do, for better or for worse. I was gonna say we're gonna get rid of our loans, but I've actually done it. I have created, at least for now, a financially stable park that people enjoy. Thank you so much for your tips in enabling that to happen. It would be better if JSmithOTI's Commute did not make me $16 a month. But look at that, it's revitalized interest in the Grundle section of the park. Even the Grundle itself has a queue. MC Hammer's Jinko jeans broke down. But how's the lunch loser doing? It just got done with maintenance, so I can understand that. Dude, we've got like an actual theme park here. So let me go here, put my money where my mouth is, save as blueprint. New blueprint. This is JSmithOTI's Commute. Enter a description of your blueprint. Sometimes getting to work in Steel Town is half the adventure. And then create blueprint. And then we have to upload it to Steam. There you go. All right. So, new workshop item. create workshop item. It has been done. Now, you might even be able to find it just by searching if you want to put this in your park. I'm not saying it deserves to be in your park, but if you feel a sense of togetherness by having shared roller coasters, well, there you go. That's going to do it for now. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. New episodes every single day at 2 p.m. my time. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.